Shalom, all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachah HaKodash, double honors unto the apostles, the bishops, the elders, the great millstone that rule well through the scriptures, peace to the 144,000 and the rest of the holy elect, and the brother Kaya from GMS Indianapolis, branch of Indiana, the original Gary campus, GMS who will not tell you too. I just want to do a quick response to this level. I said to this level, pardon me, to this lesson. GMS get this work too. 4 days ago, WEF WEF proposed prosecution for anyone spreading misinformation online. All right.
I propose putting an end to anonymity on social media. In our countries, no one can walk the streets with a mask on their face or drive a car without a license plate. No one can send packages without showing an ID or buy a hunting weapon without giving their name. And yet, we are allowing people to roam freely on social networks without linking their profiles to a real identity. This paving the way for misinformation, hate speech, and cyber harassment.
See, and those are just buzzwords because now do those things exist? Okay. Let's say I give it to you, right? All right, fine, whatever. But also what exists is opposition to your plans, to your goals. All right. That's why the scripture says they hate him, right? That rebuketh in the gate. They abhor him that speaketh uprightly. Right. So you're the wicked, you're evil. So everything you speak and say is going to be unrighteous, unlawful. Is going to be to bring the people in bondage, right? But you don't want any opposition, all right? You don't want the other side because let me see. For a long time, matter of fact, let me cancel that. For a long time, your tongue was in the earth, all right? Psalm 73:9 says, they set their mouth against the heavens and their tongue walketh in the earth. All right. So you speak against lawful things. The Lord created everything and said it was good, but you say evolution. Right. The Lord said man and woman, but you say man and beast. Right. And what your biggest problem is the prophets, the men of the Lord, okay, combating you. But the Lord said what? Something has to combat you because the Lord did not set up the kingdom of death on earth, man. What is that? Wisdom of Solomon 1:14. For he created all things that they might have their being. Everything got a purpose, but you get people, you say tonsils have no purpose, you remove them. You say the spleen, no purpose, and appendix, no purpose, and you remove them. Right? That's what you say. But everything got a purpose, whether you understand it or not. I remember maybe a year or so back, the elder Yashawamba did a video about roaches, right? Because somebody spake against the Most High and Noah in regard to roaches being, making it, whatever they were saying, some ignorance. And the elder went into it, and roaches are a part of the ecosystem, right? Because I actually seen some outside, and that's where they actually be at in the forest outside, and they break down the forest debris and they release nitrous oxide, and it all helps the ecosystem. It all fits in, but you don't fit in the ecosystem. Esau Edom, so-called white man. That pale skin color is a testament against you that you don't fit into the ecosystem. Because here it is, the sun, everything needs the sun to live. Well, most things, the majority of things, human beings specifically, right? But it harms and kills you because you're not supposed to be here, right? You are cursed from the earth. Wisdom of Solomon 1:14, for he created all things that they might have their being, and the generations of the world were healthful, and there was no poison of destruction in them, nor the kingdom of death upon the earth. Right. Because righteousness is life and sin is death. And that's what you come in the spirit of. You coming in sin and in death. And you don't want no opposition to it. So that's why you abhor him that rebuketh in the gate, right? And you frame all this mischief by law. Amos 5:10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, right? And they abhor him that speaketh uprightly, right? So that's why you coming up with you circling the drain with all this hate speech and anonymity and all of that. You framing all this. You constructing. Let me see. Psalm 94:20. Shall the throne of iniquity. Yeah, that's the kingdom of death. Sin is death. The wages of sin is death. And the Lord said what? He ain't sanctioned the kingdom of death. Psalm 94:20. Shall the throne of iniquity, aka the kingdom of death, you have fellowship with thee. So you have no agreement with the Lord. You speak against the heavens. And then you say it's you. Like they had the one show about the one guy, the Wild West Ranger dude, gunslinger, deputy lawman, Bass Reeves, right? Bass Reeves. And slave master told him that it wasn't no God, or wasn't no heaven. And if it is, then they so-called white. See, that's what you Edomites do. You speak against the heavens, and then you paint yourself as the Most High and as the righteous seed of Israel. You don't got no dealings with the Lord, which frameth mischief by law, and that's all that they're doing. All of this is
because it is facilitating the use of bots,
framing
and it
mischief.
is allowing people to act without being held accountable for their actions.
Ain't that you hear this shit? Talking about holding people accountable for their actions. All right? How you gonna hold somebody accountable for y'all don't never fucking no nothing never happened to y'all, man. Habakkuk. 1:1. The burden which Habakkuk the prophet did see. O Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, how long shall I cry and thou wilt not hear? Even cry out unto thee of violence, and thou wilt not save. Why doest thou show me iniquity and cause me to behold grievance? For spoiling and violence are before me, and there are that raise up strife and contention. Yeah, they raising up strife and contention, and they doing all the beating. The scripture says, the rich have done wrong, and they threateneth withal. Right? Let me grab that real quick. The nerve. Sirach 13:3. The rich man hath done wrong, and yet he threateneth withal. They doing all this wrong shit, and here it is, they threatening. Oh, if you don't do this, we gonna do what? Damn. The poor is wrong, and he must entreat also. The poor man, the working class, just getting beat down, and all they want is they begging for a fair shake. They ain't screaming off with their heads. They just like, goddamn it, Oliver Twist, please, sir, can I have some more? Back in Habakkuk 4. Therefore the law is slacked, and judgment doeth never go forth, for the wicked doeth compass about the righteous. So the wicked people leading. The wicked people are the rulers. That's why you see life as it is now. Everything just wrong. Like the Lord said in Isaiah 19:14, the Lord have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof. Every single thing is error. Parent-children relationships, friendships, all right, sisters, brothers, employer, employee. Look at these zoos. You got drugged up animals. Everything is wrong. Therefore, for the wicked do it compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceeds. So because these demons ruling, you got the condition we in. The wrong judgment happened. Here it is. Joe Biden done increased the prison rate through that crime bill on which was aimed at so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans specifically, targeted, gave them the drugs, and then boy, you can go on, man. You know, gave them the drugs, then psychologically conditioned them to uphold drug dealing and pimping, and then put them in put them in jail, which frameth mischief by a law. Right? But then your son smoking crack on camera, kicking it with foreign nationals, doing God knows what, all type of emails, all type of phone calls, and pardoned. Pardoned.
Such an anomaly cannot continue. In a democracy, citizens have the right to privacy, not to anonymity or impunity. Because with those two, social coexistence would be impossible. That is why I believe we must.
And these people just get up and they say shit. Who is this dude? You don't know who none of these people are. They just come from out of fucking nowhere telling you how you gonna start living and how life gonna change for you. Who is this dude? They got all these fucking accents. They not American, quote unquote. This ain't an American accent. You rarely hear these WEF people with an American accent, you know?
Push forward the principle of pseudonymity as the functioning element of social media, and force all these platforms to link every user account to an European digital identity wallet. This way, citizens could use nicknames if they want, but in the case of a crime, public authorities will be able to connect those nicknames to real people and hold.
And see, it's all about, they want godlike powers, man. They want to number everybody, all right? I had this up earlier. All right? Because the Lord know the exact number of people on earth and everybody, all right? First Chronicles 21:1. I'll read a few of these. And Satan stood up against Israel and provoked David to number. Matter of fact, I'll read the first one. And again, the anger of Yahweh Shem Yahushua was kindled against Israel, and he moved David against them to say, go number Israel and Judah. See, in the Samuel say the Lord did it. First Chronicles 21:1. And Satan stood up against Israel and provoked David to number Israel. And Chronicles say Satan did it. So what that tell you? See, the Lord controls everything. Satan don't have his own agenda contrary to the Most High. You damn Christians, man. It's in the Bible, man. Look what we reading. The Lord said, I form the light. I create the darkness. I create good. I create evil. All these things come from me. He's not, the Lord don't get surprised. You people don't know what the hell y'all be saying when y'all say what y'all say. All right. First Chronicles 27-24. Joab, the son of Zeruiah, began to number, but he finished not, because there fell wrath for it against Israel. Neither was the number put in the account of the Chronicles of King David. Right? And that's one of the good acts of Joab. Most of the time, Joab be on some demon time, but that was something he did right. Right? So Esau Edom, he trying to number everybody. And then he be lying. Oh, the earth has 10, 11 billion people. Nigga, you don't fucking know. You ain't counted everybody. But he trying to. You always hear about him reaching some remote people. And he's always learning about them and finding out and you know, living amongst them, hunting with them. He always doing something. He wanna know everything. But there's certain things that is not meant for him to know. It's not meant for man to know or for man to attempt to know. All right. But that lets you know who Esau Edom is. The scripture told you who Esau Edom, what he would do. It said what? I will ascend into the heavens. I will be like the Most High. He wanna be like the Most High. He wanna know what you thinking. Hell, he wanna put your thought there.
Them responsible. Because accountability is not an obstacle to freedom of speech. It is an essential complement to it.
That's a that's a devil.
Social media user, or it's much better to say, one social media user, one real ID. This is the only way to really ensure.
And people gonna agree, because social media got people. It got. I'm telling you. So people gonna agree with this. To be on social media, you see what happened with TikTok. Now, you can't re-download it, TikTok or something like that. You go on eBay now, they selling phones with the TikTok app for thousands of dollars. Old cracked phones with the TikTok app going for thousands of dollars. Up-to-date new phones, 10,000, 15,000.
That minors do not access inappropriate content, that people who commit crimes are banned or prosecuted from social networks, and that the millions of fake profiles that exist and influence the public conversation are removed.
And a lot of these ghost profiles be of them. All right? Now, this is my opinion. I speak as a man, but a lot of them, you go on these social media sites and there be these pages and there be these groups, and it just be strife. The group would be intended to bring togetherness, but it just be strife. All right? It just be negativity all day. Because Esau Edom, some years back, some conversations that was had amongst these devils, all right, amongst their round tables was, there's too much love in the earth, which it wasn't, but they wanted to be less than what it is. Because divide and conquer. You know, you got people mistrusting everybody. You know? And so they help fuel those things. Said it was too much love, too much togetherness. All right? We need people broken up. We need people at odds with each other. So even like these podcasts with these guys going into the whole men and women and all that, man, some of a lot of these guys be overdoing it. Like, okay, we get it. Goddamn. All right. But they overdo it though. It's oversaturated. All right. Not to say they ain't right. A lot of it is right. But a lot of the shit is oversaturated, man. The men of the Lord, the prophets got the answer concerning those things. Concerning all things through the Spirit of the Lord, man. The prophets, the men of the Lord got the balance of these different issues. These people be going too far left in oftentimes. So I grabbed this scripture. Psalm 64 and 1. Hear my voice to the chief musician, a psalm of David. Hear my voice, O power. In my prayer, preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. They working double time behind the scenes. Who whet their tongue like a sword. You see them? W-H-E-T, wet. That means sharp. They sharpening their tongue like a sword, man. And bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. That's that legislation. All right? Those draconian devils. All right? Harsh rule, man. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. See? They'll have you thinking, they'll have these blanket laws, right? But they're aimed at the remnant, the hopeful elect. See, that's who they aimed at. See, the regular person hear that and they'll think, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. But no, all of these things are aimed at us against our testimony. Because we got a testimony against this guy. All right. And everything was fine when babies was twerking. So like I'm studying, was twerking with Lil Nas X and everything. Everything was fine when you was watching videos with Suki Hana, right? Women's box showing. Oh, that's fine. But then you say certain words and your video then your video get clipped though. Which lets you know who they after. The scriptures don't lie. The word of the Lord don't lie. Why can we go up there and look at booty with impunity? All right? Hell, you go to the cartoons and the cartoons got a lot of sexual innuendo involved in it. But no, the minute we say something or mention something, no. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They communicate of laying traps privately. They say, who shall see them? They think no, the average person don't see them. Average person might have a gripe. All right. But it's not sophisticated enough for them to actually know what's going on. Other people may go deeper, all right, but they can't equate it scripturally. That's where the power at. The fact that this devil was doing exactly what the Lord said he was gonna do. So that means you got a judgment coming. And that's what they keep, and that's the issue. Because see, for a long time, people just been exposed. They get exposed. People been writing books about these demons and devils and high places forever. But no one never really came with the judgment. Like, oh yeah, the Lord gonna judge you. This was gonna happen to you. You don't hear about that. You always hear about, oh, we gotta get together and we gotta vote and we gotta. No, these people need to be in chains. Like the elder said at camp last week. No, these people something need to be done to these people. And ain't nobody saying it, but we gonna say, I'm saying it. We saying it. And the Lord gonna do it. We ain't gonna do it. And they gonna use their technology to twist our words and do whatever, but that's what the devil do. But do that mean that the Lord still not gonna get you? Lord still gonna get you. They search out iniquities. They always trying to figure. overtime. That's why they always funding shit. And then they use our people's genius against them. Like they brought out the one guy who came up with the machine to help with the Flint water. Kept getting sabotaged until it didn't anymore. More than likely, they made him an offer he couldn't refuse. And then now they take it and give it to their team of scientists and turn it to evil. Like the scripture says in Sirach, it named the principal things of man's life is water, salt, wine, and bread, flour, cotton, right? And then it said all these things are turned to evil by the wicked. This nigga turns things that shouldn't be evil, man. That comes from they search out iniquities. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. So they not low level with the shit. All right? They forming hypotheses and they studying them and they answering them and they challenging them and they increase and then they go to the next level of it. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So Lord, see? So if all this previous is true, and it's true, we read the scriptures, and we living the scriptures out in real time. And the scripture was written thousands of years before a lot of these things coming to pass. So if that part is true, then the next part got to be true. That's like some type of math shit. I forget what it is. It's a if-then statement or something. If one part is true, then we can conclude that the other part is true. So we can conclude that you gonna be judged. So anyway, with that, Lord's will, this was an edifying lesson to hopefully elect. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah HaKodash, Shalom.